Today we are going to discuss divergence of a vector field V. We know that any vector field may be characterized by the field lines, and in order to understand the concept of divergence, let us consider 2 points in a space. Say this is point A and this is point B. So here at this point A, the field lines are converging, means they are meeting at the same point. Whereas in this figure 2, the field lines are originating from this point B like this. In this figure, field lines are converging at some point, whereas in this figure, the field lines are spreading from this point B. This point B may be assumed as the source of field lines, whereas this point A is the sink of field lines. Here the field lines are diverging, so here the divergence is positive. And here divergence of vector V is negative, and here divergence of vector V is positive. Now, how would you define divergence of a vector in physics? Divergence of a vector field V. First of all, let us consider a point P in a space and an elementary volume delta tau enclosing this point P. This point P is enclosed by this closed figure having volume delta tau and surface area is say S. Then consider a very small area on this balloon-like closed surface. This very small area is say ds. It may be assumed to be a vector ds having direction towards outward normal. Now, if the component of any vector field V at this point is say V, vector V, then the flux through this ds will be vector V dot ds, and the net outward flux of vector V through the whole surface, through the whole surface is may be written as surface integral of vector v over the surface S. Now the average value of divergence of vector v at point P may be written as the net outward flux through the closed surface divided by volume of the closed surface. This ratio will give you the average value of the divergence of vector v at point P. Now what will happen if we make this delta tau very small? Say we are assuming that this delta tau is very small, it is tending to 0. Then what will happen in this situation? This volume is such a small volume that inside this volume there is only one point P. Then in this situation the divergence of vector v will have the exact value at this point and not the average value. It is not the average value, but it is the exact value of divergence of vector v. So in this situation we may write the exact value of divergence of vector v at point P is the net outward flux at point P is equal to net outward flux, which is surface integral of vector v over the surface S divided by delta tau, where this delta tau is tending to 0. This is the basic definition of divergence of vector v, and this definition is coordinate independent, coordinate system independent. This holds good in case of all types of coordinate system. Now let us calculate, or say let us evaluate the divergence of vector v in case of Cartesian coordinate system. We will make use of this definition for the evaluation of the divergence of vector v in Cartesian coordinate system. For this, let us consider first of all a very simple and interesting observation. Say this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this is origin, and you are here and you are moving along the positive x direction. Then which coordinate is changing and which coordinate is fixed? You can see that only x coordinate is changing and y coordinate is fixed. So we will make use of this observation in the evaluation of the expression for the divergence in Cartesian coordinate system. Let us consider this figure. Say this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this is z-axis. This is origin. Now consider a cuboid whose one corner is at this origin. Now we are considering only two faces of this cuboid. This is face 1 and this is face 2. And these two faces are perpendicular to this x-axis. Let us consider that the sides of this cuboid are delta x, delta y and delta z, and these are very, very small. So along x-axis, say the length of this side is delta x. Along y-axis, the side length is delta y. This is delta y. And along z-axis it is delta z. So this area element will have magnitude delta y into delta x. But the direction of this area vector will be the outward normal. Means it will be along x-axis, positive direction of x-axis, or say the direction of this vector is along I cap. Whereas the direction of this area vector is along this direction, means along negative of I cap. Now assume that the center point of this face, this one, has coordinate x, y and z. Then what will be the coordinate of this center point? If we move from this center to this center, we are moving along x direction. So here only x coordinate will change. Y coordinate and z coordinate will have the fixed value. So this point will have the coordinate x plus delta x, y and z. Now we are interested in calculating the flux along x-axis. So let us write down the flux. First of all, write down along x-axis. Along x-axis. There are two faces. This is face 1 and this is face 2. So along x-axis, net flux through phase 1, net flux through phase 1 will be equal to the surface integral of vector v dot ds, and here this is the surface. What will be the value of this vector v at this point? This will be v x y z dot, what is ds here? Ds vector will be minus of this side is delta z, this is delta y, this area is delta y delta z, and this is the equal area, so it will be delta y into delta z into minus I cap. That's why I am putting here minus. So this is your ds, vector ds. Now what is the vector ds in this situation? Here vector ds will be dy into dz, means delta y into delta z into I cap, because the outward normal is along positive x direction, its unit vector along this direction will be I cap. So here the net flux through the phase 1 will be v dot ds over the surface S. So this surface will be over phase 1. Phase 1. Here the surface is phase 1. So this will be v x y z dot dx ds. ds is minus delta y into delta z into I cap. Now let us evaluate this expression. Or say this is your equation number 1. Say this is your equation number 1. Now write down the net flux through phase 2. Through phase 2. It will be equal to surface integral of v dot ds over the phase 2, and this will be equal to v at this point. This is your x plus delta x y z in dot product. This is your dot product, and the area is delta y delta z into I cap. This is the net flux through phase 2. Now net outward flux through net outward flux along x axis will be the sum of these two. So write down net, this implies that net outward flux through, ऐसे लिखिए, net outward flux along x axis will be sum of these two fluxes, means v x plus delta x y z dot delta y delta z I cap. This is dot product. Then we are summing up these two. So here there is a negative sign. This will be equal to minus of v x y z into delta y delta z into I cap. Now we are going to simplify this expression. This vector v may be written as, it may be resolved into its components like I cap vx as a function of xyz plus j cap Vy, this is the y component of this vector V. Oh, sorry, this is your I cap V x plus delta x y z plus j cap Vy x plus delta x y z plus k cap Vz x plus delta x y z dot delta y delta z into I cap. This is your dot product. Then there is minus sign, this minus sign, and then I cap Vx as a function of xyz plus j cap Vy as a function of xyz plus k cap Vz as a function of xyz. Then dot delta y delta z I cap. Now this is dot product, this is dot product, and you know that I dot I cap dot I cap will be 1, j cap dot I cap will be 0, k cap dot I cap will be 0. So this whole expression may be simplified very easily, and it may be written as Vx x plus delta x y z into delta y into delta z, then minus here also this component into this component will be Vx as a function of x y z into delta y delta z, and j vector j dot vector I cap will be 0, vector k cap dot vector I cap will be 0. So we are left with this expression only, and this may be written as Vx as a function of x plus delta x y z minus Vx x y z into delta y delta z. Now this may be simplified as Vx x plus delta x y z minus Vx x y z upon delta x into delta x delta y delta z. And what is this? This is nothing but the volume of the cuboid. So this may be written as, and what is this? Here there is only there is a variation only in x. Y and z are constants. So this is the definition of the partial derivative of v with respect to x, and that expression is delta tau. So what we are getting here is very interesting. We are getting here that flux, net outward flux along the x axis is dou Vx by dou x into delta tau. Here one thing is very interesting, that we have initially mentioned that the cuboid is very small, means the lengths delta x, delta y and delta z, these are infinitesimally small lengths. Here we have assumed that these three lengths are tending to 0. That's why this ratio is the partial derivative of Vx with respect to x. So it is this expression, so for the net outward flux along x axis. Similarly, net outward flux along y axis will be dou Vy by dou y into delta tau, and net outward flux along z axis will be dou Vz by dou z into delta tau. Now we may sum up these three fluxes for getting the net outward flux through the cuboid. So net outward flux through the cuboid, या ऐसे लिखे, net outward flux through the closed figure is simply the sum of these three, means dou Vx by dou x into delta tau plus dou Vy by dou y into delta tau plus dou Vz by dou z into delta tau. This may be written in a compact form using the Nabla operator. This may be written as I cap dou by dou x plus or say, first of all, use the definition of the divergence of vector v. It was limit delta tau tends to 0 of net outward flux divided by delta tau. So here it will be dou Vx by dou x plus dou Vy by dou y plus dou Vz by dou z into delta tau divided by delta tau when delta tau approaches 0. So this will be cancelled out, and finally we are left with this simplified expression for divergence of vector v in Cartesian coordinate system, as divergence of vector v is equal to dou Vx by dou x plus dou Vy by dou y plus dou Vz by dou z. and this may be written as I cap dou by dou x plus j cap dou by dou y plus k cap dou by dou z dot I cap Vx plus j cap Vy plus k cap Vz. This may be written like this, or what is this? This is Nabla operator. So it is Nabla dot vector V. So this is the divergence of vector V in Cartesian coordinate system. Now we are going to see the physical meaning of this divergence in a very simple example. Let us consider the vector field is defined as simply vector r, where vector r is the position vector. So suppose this is the point O. What is O? This is origin. And consider any other point surrounding it. Say I am considering this point. So what will be the field here? It is r, vector r, and its direction will be, since the position vector is always directed from the origin to that point, so its direction will be along this. Now if we are selecting this point, direction will be like this. If we are selecting this point, direction will be like this. If we are selecting this point, direction will be like this. If we are selecting this point, direction will be like this. If we are selecting this point, direction will be like this, and so on. So what type of nature we are getting here? Here we may see that the divergence of this vector field is positive, because the field lines of vector V are diverging. And now we are going to verify this thing here using the definition that we have obtained. So divergence of vector V is equal to Nabla dot vector V. What is vector V? It is vector R. So it will be dou Vx by dou x plus dou Vy by dou y plus dou Vz by dou z. Now what is Vx? Here Vx is nothing but x, Vy is nothing but y, and Vz is nothing but z. So this divergence of vector V is nothing but 1 plus 1 plus 1 means 3, because dou x by dou x will be 1, dou y by dou y will be 1, dou z by dou z will be 1. So here it is 3, which is a positive quantity. This means the divergence is positive, and this is what we are getting here, what we are observing here. It is positive. Now consider another example. If this V is minus vector r, then what will be the value of, or say what should be the picture representation of this type of vector field? Suppose this is origin, and here we are considering some point P. Then we know that the position vector r will be like this. It is directed from this point to the point under consideration. But here there is a negative sign. This means the direction of this vector V is along this side, along this way. This is vector V. Similarly, if we are considering here another point, then direction will be here and so on. This means here there is convergence of the lines, field lines at this point, at this origin. And this is the point where we are calculating this divergence. We are calculating divergence at point 0, 0, 0. So in the first example, we see that the divergence is positive at this point, whereas in the second example, we may see that this divergence of vector v will be divergence of minus vector r, and here there will be Vx is equal to minus y, Vx is equal to minus x, Vy is minus y, and Vz is minus z. So divergence will be negative, and this is in accordance with the physical meaning of the divergence. In the next lecture, we will see some more examples and questions. Thank you.